let's do some quick introductions. First of all, I'm Marion Forrester, and I am the Kingdom Arts and Science Minister. And I've been in the society about 20 years in 4 different kingdoms, and I look forward to talking to you guys about arts and science. Elizabeth, do you want to introduce yourself? Since I know you.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth. I am currently the Minister of Arts and Sciences for the Barony of Arkell, and I'm also the Kingdom Deputy Minister in charge of Queen's Prize and many competitions.
Jasper, can you tell us about yourself? The newbie who's accidentally ended up doing way too much research stuff already. Perfect. Love that. That was kind of how I started as well. So welcome very much. So pretty much, since we do have one new person here, we can talk about what the local arts and science officers do, what Kingdom Arts and Science officers do, and then we can kind of talk about what we can do in the kingdom and projects that you may want to get involved in or not. So Kingdom Arts and Science officer helps out the local officers. I report to the Kingdom Seneschal and the Crown, and also to society. I make sure that everything is up to date on the website. I run Kingdom Arts and Science Collegium and the competition, and just kind of try and help foster the arts and sciences in the kingdom and that kind of thing. Elizabeth, would you like to talk about what a local arts and science minister does?
My take on what a local one does is that we support our populace in whatever projects they would like. For example, I know nothing of brewing, but I know several people that do brew. So if we have someone who's interested, yeah, I feel it's my position to introduce the two of them, and then they can set up whatever they need. Same as with sewing. The joke is I don't sew. I didn't say I couldn't sew. I just don't like to sew, so I don't sew. But I'm more than willing to help you, wash linen, iron linen, pin a pattern. So I feel that my job is to help the others do the best that they can with what they want to do and to find resources for them.
Awesome. Let's see here. Lady Helga, could you please introduce yourself and let us know kind of what you're interested in?
Well, my name is Lady Helga Helgharrick from Zurich. I was originally from Atenveld, and I retired here to the Outlands in the end of 2017, so I haven't been here very long. I am very interested in like the music stuff. I play recorder, I sing. I can play guitar, I'm not real good at it. I can do drumming a little bit. And also I like to do storytelling. So I guess bardic would be the best description of it. Anything to do with that sort of stuff.
Sounds awesome. Thank you. Well, let's see. What we have that in the arts and science in the kingdom. So first of all, especially for Jasper, if you go to the kingdom website and go to the arts and sciences tabs under officer, there's a document there called Getting Started in the Arts and Sciences in the Outlands. And that's kind of a general overview of what kind of things you can do here. We've got classes, competitions. If there's something you want to learn, just talk to somebody, especially your local arts and science officer, and they'll help you find who you want. And especially if somebody's doing something cool, go up and talk to them. And most people are more than willing to explain what they're doing and maybe let you try it. And some things require a little bit more involvement or a little bit more of an introduction than other things. But yeah, there's if they did it, there's somebody in the known world who does it. So even if there isn't someone in Kingdom who does it, we can find somebody to hook you up with. And if there's anything that you're interested in, please talk to me, talk to a local officer, and we'll see about what we can do for you. A lot of local groups put on classes. We put on classes at the kingdom level. And if we know that you're interested in something, that's definitely something we'll try and arrange. There's nothing worse than putting on a class and nobody comes. And there's lots of different ways that you can get involved. First of all, we have forums under the Kingdom website. Let's see if maybe I can get us there. And what they were intended for was for a discussion list, and they haven't really been used for that. So what I would like to see is those used as a repository for class notes, for how to get started in an art and science, documentation, that kind of thing. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, so you should be able to see the Kingdom website here. And right at the top here is that Getting Started in the Arts and Science document. I need to update the calendar of things that are going on, but if you're interested, right now the Kingdom of the Middle is having their arts and sciences, and next weekend is Drachenwald. Okay, so the forums are under discussion lists and arts and sciences.
Is it possible to get those links? Are those links on the Kingdom website? I'm not seeing them.
Yes, they are. They should be on the Kingdom website, or the links to the events.
Yeah,
So,
I didn't know like Drachenwald was having one next weekend until just now.
I can get the ones for the official events up there. The unofficial events or ones that are not hosted by the SCA get kind of squiggy on if you can actually link directly to them or not. So I will try and get the link up for Drachenwald up there.
On a plate, no bread.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is the forums. There's lots of different places you can go to learn about bookbinding. Unfortunately, a lot of these do not have much in currently. So if you are somebody who has done a class on an art or a science, please put your things in here so that there's something that people can come to when they drift across the website. Also, anybody can sponsor an art and science competition. Let me know if you are sponsoring one. I would love to help you out. And one of the complaints I hear is that their Kingdom Arts and Science competition does not have something for people who do not do everything exactly, period. And I think that's where all these other competitions can come into effect. We have a lot of opportunity to host, period inspired competitions, or your best camping hack, or whatever. So absolutely, please let me know if you would like to sponsor something like that, and we'll try and work it out. I want everybody to have what they enjoy doing showcased. Speaking of Kingdom Arts and Sciences, if your group is interested in hosting it, please let me know. Currently, we are looking at March, but if we don't get anything this spring, we'll have to move it to the fall. In April, we have Kingdom Arts and Science Collegium. I do not know if they have somebody sponsoring that or not yet. If you do arts and sciences, please share them, not only on the things like the Facebook group, but you can also send your art to Kingdom newsletter or your local newsletter. We also would love photos for the Kingdom Arts and Science website. Currently, it needs some help. So I want to showcase your art. Also, if you're looking at, if you would like to help, I would love somebody who would be interested in contacting people for their photos for the Wendover Bard tab that desperately needs to be updated. And if you have entered Kingdom Arts and Sciences before, or even if you haven't, I'm looking at people who would like to put their input in there, especially on the judging forms and just the overall way we hold it. I would love to have Kingdom online classes. So if you are interested in teaching, please contact me. As a run-up to Kingdom Arts and Science, I plan on having classes on documentation, what you can expect when you enter Kingdom Arts and Science, how to judge. I think it's unfair to throw people in there and expect them to be able to judge without a little bit of help. And I would like to do an after event discussion group where we can talk about what went well and what didn't. And if you have a special project, absolutely come and talk to me, and I would love to help you. I just want to see arts and science people really excited in the kingdom. Oh, and another thing I've been thinking about for competitions is a documentation helpline. So if you're somebody who's really good at documentation or know the kind of questions that people would ask, please contact me. Finally, what I would like to see the kingdom do is a known world event. So if your group is interested in hosting something like that, heralds and scribes or costuming or whatever, please talk to me. So what kind of questions or input do people have about arts and science in the kingdom, getting started in the arts and sciences, what an officer does, anything? This is kind of just an open time for discussion, and I'd love to hear input.
I just want more online classes. And we've been doing online classes all over the known world from the comfort of this chair right here. And as someone who doesn't travel a whole lot anymore, I I think something that we have really fallen down on is having those accessible, so where people know where they are.
Yes.
Atlantia tells me where everything is, so I just ask Atlantia. I don't live there.
Yeah, Atlantia really has everything kind of, they were set up for success before the pandemic, and then they just went crazy. It was great.
They are doing an amazing job. I've learned so much cool stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And I have some friends out that way, and yeah, I really want to talk to them about how we can do better there.
Something that Alberon is doing really well right now, I think, is our guild moots. This is something that Roland has been championing. It's a hard word for me to say.
Yeah.
Since pre-COVID, and when they did the metalworking guild moot, where all the metal workers got together and they set up like a forge in, and that was really cool. And we're doing another one a week from today, actually, where the cooks are going to bring all their stuff out and the metal workers are going to bring all their stuff out, and everybody's just bringing their toys out to play. And I'm
that
super
sounds
excited about it. So
yeah, and I would love to see something like that at Battlemore, where, you know, maybe just for a certain amount of time during one day, we have an artisan's lane. I know Palantir does that at Penzic, where people can set up their stuff, and, you know, people can come by and look and see what they're doing and maybe try something out.
So at the old Battlemore site, that was something Willem would bring up his forge, and Mistress Teresa and I would bring up the kitchen, and we would set up an artisan's lane, and that was really fun. And you guys did a good job at Battlemore now with the fiber tent, and that's a lot of fun. And so I think that's something that we're doing well right now. I mean, the fiber people are doing an amazing job. And Lori with the glasswork. It's just
Yeah, her glass tent is fantastic.
I see that Jasper said something about Master of Game. Can you explain that? What is that? You can type it in the chat. That's fine. I'm just curious. It's like, never heard of that. I've heard of the others, but I hadn't heard of that one. I know down in Nehrin here, they've got what they call their Santa's workshop every winter, and people make medieval style toys for tots, basically, and donate them to the Toys for Tots. And this year they're making a whole bunch of tic-tac-toe boards and little stuffed dragons they stand about,
That's
I don't know,
awesome.
6 to 8 inches tall. They're really cute, and there's little stuffed toys for kids to play with. And one year, a lady did a jousting thing, kind of like hockey, the stick hockey that you play that had the little men that kick the ball back and forth type.
Oh yeah, football.
But for the lances, she used those little pencils that you use for golf, recording golf scores. Those were the lances.
Oh
was
my
really
God.
cute. So, they do that as part of their arts and sciences, and they have at least 2 arts and sciences meetings a month where people just come and work on their projects. And that's the big one right now because Christmas is coming awfully quick here.
That's awesome. And so Facebook can be a pretty great resource for getting connected with people with your similar interest. And I found something that may be of interest to you, Jasper. There is a medieval husbandry Facebook group. Yeah, and sometimes it'll be SCA sponsored, and sometimes it'll be SCA adjacent, and sometimes it won't be SCA at all. Just people who are interested in the same thing as you. I know we have lots of people interested in who do sewing and leatherwork in the kingdom.
Thanks. That does sound interesting.
Yeah.
Master of Game. That looks really interesting.
Jasper, what is your local group? That will help us point you to people who can help you learn more about the things you're interested in as well. Oh, Care Galen, moving to Arkell. Ooh, Elizabeth, somebody for you. Excellent. So Elizabeth can point you to people who can help you with sewing and leatherwork and anything else you're interested in. And I know they have lots of classes and stuff going on down there, so feel free to join their meetings and such.